Hello and welcome to this Blender tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make gold coins like this and how to spread them out like we have in this scene right here. So go ahead and click File, New, and reload startup file. Right click on the cube and right click on the lamp and hit delete. Hit Shift A to add a new plane. This is going to be our ground for the coin to land on, so we need to add physics to this and add passive to the ground. Now the coins will land on the ground and not fall through. Hit Shift A and add in a circle. This is going to be our coin. So hit Tab and hit F, then hit E to extrude and left click to apply. Next up we're going to bevel the edges of the coin. So now we have selected the top face. We also need to select the bottom face. Holding Shift and Alt and right click on this edge right here, and it's gonna select the whole face and then press Ctrl B and drag. Now we get these beveled edges. We can increase the resolution of the bevel by scrolling with our mouse wheel. When you're happy with this, with the bevel size, tab out of edit mode, go to tools and hit smooth shading. Now we have one gold coin. In order for this coin to land on the ground, we need to add some physics to this as well. So head over to the physics tab and add active. Now both the coin and the ground now is highlighted green to indicate that we have added some physics to the object. Next up, duplicate your windows. Change to cycles render. On the right side, press 0. Now we're going to look at material for this coin. So hit render view on this side. Now we're going to look first at the gold coin material. So hit new on the materials tab. So hit glossy material on the surface tab. Increase this to 0.0017. Now for the color of gold, here you can experiment yourself. E7C851 is a good color for gold. It's kind of between yellow and red. Now the coin is not reflecting anything, so we need to add in a world around it so it will reflect something. So head over to the world tab, click use nodes, and press the color button over here and add in the Voronoi texture. Then we want to scale this down a bit. We don't want to see the pattern of the Voronoi in the coins, but we need it to reflect something. So I think this is a good number, 1.8, for the size we have as a coin. Hit Ctrl B to box select the camera's view, so we don't just render the camera view. Now we will duplicate our coins and use the physics to spread them out on our ground here. So press 3 on the number pad and 5. We can move the first one just above the ground and hit Alt D to duplicate. The reason why we use Alt D is to make a less intensive task for Blender. So it's just the same instance of the model, not duplicates of it. I think that's good. Now we want to go to our side view, or front view in this case, and press B to box select. Select all the coins, press Alt D again, and do this a couple times. Now we have a lot of coins. Maybe make our ground a bit bigger. Right click on that, press S to scale. I want a darker material for my ground, so I'm going to do that as well while we're at it. So hit new and just drag this down to more grayish color. Now turn off your render view mode and hit the material. Press Alt A to play the animation. Now the coins will fall down and spread across the ground, right like that. Now we have our coins all spread out and ready to set up our camera. Then right click on the camera, press 7. Now we can find a good spot to point the camera at the coins. Maybe something like this is great. Now we can hit the render view on the right side. Now we see we have this gold, these gold coins spread out. Now we need to add some more lamps. But first we're going to increase the strength value of the Voronoi texture in the world tab. So just increase this to a number around 2.5, I think is good. Now we're gonna add in some lamps. To add a plane, hit RX and 90. Scale this plane a bit bigger. Press 7, R to rotate, move it on the side of the coins. Now we're gonna add an emission shader to this lamp. I hit 5 on the strength. Now you see it's in the camera's view, just move it a bit back. Now you can see we have a good point for our lamp. Now we just duplicate this lamp to give a more, the more lights you have, the more shiny the coins will look. So keep duplicating lights until you're happy with your image. Doesn't really matter where you put them, as long as they reflect the lights. I think it will look cool anyway. Will look like gold coins. Keep adding lights or keep adjusting your camera until you're happy with the look of your scene. When you're happy with the lights and the camera placement of your scene, head over to the renders tab. If you're on a PC with a graphics card that's supported by Blender, you can use the GPU compute as a render device, or you can just use the CPU. Scroll down to here. We want to increase the resolution of our render to full HD. In the sample tab, we want the samples to say 200, and if you go scroll down on the tile size of our rendering, we need 512 by 512. If you're on a CPU, just leave it at 64 by 64. Now we've done all our settings here we need to, so now we can press F12. Now the render is done. All you need to do now is to hit F3 on your keyboard to save the image. You can call them gold coins as I did, or something else. Hit save as image and you're finished. That's the end of the tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. And I'll see you guys in the next video.